Hey YouTube, it is your boy Gavin here, and today I'm going to share with you guys what I learned from my first crash on my Talaria MX-5. Hey YouTube, it is your boy Gavin here, and this video is a very embarrassing one for me, especially for those of you that have been a part of this channel for a while. Probably saw my video last week, but I was finally able to show you guys all that I've done to this bike, all the upgrades I've made, all the work I've done. For those of you that don't know, when I got this bike, it's completely clapped out, and for the last couple of months I've just been putting in so much work, so many parts, a bunch of stuff into this bike. And last week I finally made a video showing all that progress I've made, all the work I've done, all the money I've spent, and just the total update on this bike. And since making that video, I've crashed this bike not once but twice, which is really embarrassing for me to come out and say. But my goal with this video is to hopefully prevent one of you watching this at home from making the mistakes I have, to injuring your body, breaking your bike, and hurting those around you. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 things that I have learned from these crashes. But first, let's get into what these crashes actually look like, what gear I was wearing, what gear I wasn't. Then we'll get into those 3 things. Yeah, you heard me correctly. Not 1 crashes, but 2 within the span of a couple of days. Both of which completely my fault, single vehicle accidents, and all I left with was a lot of pain. The first crash, I was wearing my helmet, my gloves, and my boots. I do have a motorcycle jacket, and for whatever reason I wasn't wearing it, because in my mind I was just going around exploring, wasn't on any main roads, mostly just dipping in and out of neighborhoods, going down random roads, random trails, whatever. Just really didn't have a purpose for riding that day. Was just looking to have some fun. And I was riding around, found this gravel path, which to every e-biker, gravel is probably your worst nemesis. But it was really thick, like golf ball size pieces of gravel and rock. And I was riding on this path, going like sub 5 miles an hour, super slow, because I was trying to figure out if I was on private property, and was just looking around my environment. And while going at a super low speed, 1 second I'm upright on my bike, next I'm watching myself through my goggles go face first into a bunch of gravel. And I got right back up, kicked my leg over the bike, got up the ground, and kept riding into a parking lot. I'm so thankful I was able to get up from that crash, because once I got to the lot, I saw my pants were completely ripped, and I assessed my injuries, being that my goggles had a groove into them from the rock. I'll upload a picture onto the screen right now for you to see. My helmet, the side of it was completely scratched from rocks. My gloves were just a bit dirty, thankfully didn't tear. My boots were fine and really protected my feet. But everywhere besides that got injured. My knees were cut open. My shoulder took pretty much all the fall because I fell on my left side. So my left shoulder is like completely raw right now. And then on my right hand, I don't know how I got injured, but my thumb is probably sprained. Hopefully not fractured, hopefully not broken, but definitely at least sprained. I don't know how. I don't know if I just instantly put my hand out to catch me, if I jammed it into the bike. Really don't know. But right now I have it in this brace, trying to just keep it still and limit movement as I'm still trying to diagnose it. But that fall sucked. I should have had a jacket on. And instead I rode home in pain with a bike that now had a bunch of new scratches on it. The second crash though, which came after the first one, I was going fishing, and I wasn't even going on roads. I was on a sidewalk, and in my mind that meant it was okay to ride without my gloves, helmet, and boots. It was a super small trip. I was gonna stay under 15 miles per hour. If I even got close to that, probably stay closer to 5 miles an hour. But I was just going slow, and I'm riding on the sidewalk. Next thing I know, the bike buckles, the front forks compress, and then shoot me up and ejected me from the bike as it toppled over, and I just high-sided it. And the worst thing about this crash is I wasn't the only one involved, but my youngest stepbrother was on the back with me, wearing the backpack with all of the fishing gear, heading to the spot. And thankfully, he landed on top of me and walked away fine. But even though I was only going like 5 miles an hour on that sidewalk, My whole entire forearm is totally torn up, and I have it, the worst of it, covered. I don't want you guys to see that. But even at a low mile per hour, I got some pretty bad road rash, and it hurt. I landed back on this same thumb, and my knees were cut open again. And this other arm got cut from the sidewalk, and pretty much all down my calf is some minor road rash. All of that could have been prevented by wearing simple gear. Now, those are 2 crashes. I'm very lucky to walk away with as few injuries as I did, but I definitely feel like an idiot. And mentally, I know I shouldn't have put my brother into that situation. I should have had him more protected. I should have better protected myself. But now let's get into the 3 things that I learned from these crashes. So as you can see, my bike's right here. Thankfully, not too many damage. Before I get into the 3 things, just quickly, both fenders were completely broken and a few new scuffs down there by the swing arm. I don't know if it's in the frame. It should be, but it could have been much worse. The first thing I learned from these crashes is to always wear gear. Even going 5 miles an hour on the sidewalk. I promise you, I could not tell you how this crash happened, but just getting bike falling over, getting sent off, and then sliding on the concrete, I am in so much pain. My elbow constantly feels like it's on fire. Having to hydrogen peroxide it, oh my God, that was the worst pain. Every time I shower, it's just shooting pain all up my arm. So no matter how slow you're riding, whatever type of riding you're doing, always wear all of your gear. I cannot stress that enough, because I had to learn it the hard way. I hope you don't have to. That even these slow mile per hour crashes hurt so bad and can easily be prevented by just wearing simple gear. If I was wearing my jacket in the first crash, my shoulder is no longer torn up. If I'm wearing it in the second, my forearm's no longer torn up. If I'm wearing my boots and proper riding pants, my knees are protected. All of that could have such easily been prevented, maybe with the expense of a little bit of comfort, whatever. I could have done much worse damage to my body. I'm very lucky to walk away with such few scars and scratches and bumps and bruises. The second thing is to know the limits of your bike. I should have known not to go down that gravel path. In hindsight, now I know that I have Shinkos. I think they're specifically Shinko 241. They're a good dual sport tire, but cannot handle gravel. And 1 second I'm upright, and next I'm falling face first in the gravel. Imagine if I didn't have my helmet. Imagine if I would have known the limits of my bike. I didn't. So because of that, now I'm hurt and now my bike's damaged. I could have known, hey, this probably isn't the best trail for my bike. Probably a little bit too much. The pavement isn't right for my bike. I should just keep riding past. I should have done that. So, second thing to protecting yourself and your bike is know your limits. Be honest with yourself and have that self-accountability to say no. Even when you see a cool trail or path, say no, because you don't know what's down there. You don't know what could happen to you and your bike. The third thing is something my dad taught me, which is every single time I throw my leg over this bike and ride, every single person I care about is coming with me. And if I'm riding and I get hurt, I'm not the only one, because I got to think about what my family hears. The leadership and the example I'm setting to my younger siblings of the stupid stuff they see me doing when I'm out there getting hurt, making poor choices, not wearing gear. And imagine if worse happened. Imagine I die. How does that affect the rest of my family? And I know it's not fun to think about it, but it's something that you have to. That every time you throw your leg over a bike, even something as small as an electric bike, not even a real motorcycle, you can still get seriously injured, seriously hurt. All ways that are prevented just by wearing proper gear, having self-accountability, knowing your bike's limits, and having that mental ability to say no, even to the thrill, even to fun, but saying no to protect yourself and protect those that you care about. So that pretty much concludes today's video. In it, I talked about how you can protect yourself from getting in a crash, damaging yourself in the bike. I'm very thankful to walk away as cleanly as I did, and for my bike to do the same. Thankfully, there's no real damage to the suspension, and really any of the hardware, nothing broken, nothing snapped. Besides the two fenders, which in total cost me 20 bucks for both off AliExpress, and I already have new ones coming in. But I just wanted to thank you all for watching. Please stay safe out there, and I hope you all have a great day, and God bless. I'll see you all in the next video.